Hi everyone, it's Charles at Empress Mills and we have another brand new range for you today. Paws and Claws from Lewis and Irene. It is a brand new collection from the UK design house. Lewis and Irene always print their fabrics on a gorgeous quality 100% cotton fabric, so you can be assured it is lovely to the touch and it is perfect, designed in fact for quilting, but also ideal for all sorts of projects. More and more of Lewis and Irene's fabrics in particular, we seem to be seeing, are being used for tailoring and dressmaking projects, sort of little dresses, shirts, all sorts. So just something to bear in mind. Paws and Claws, it is a dog and cat range, so there is something for both sides of the fence, depending on your favourite. This beautiful main design is packed full of our four-legged friends and also lots of florals, as you can see. It's a really fun range is this one, and I go more down the fun route with it. It is a really fun range. Lots of colours which hopefully you'll be seeing nice and clearly, but we've got all sorts of pinks. We've got this lovely yellow there on that sort of daisy head, which is the same yellow that they used on the sunflower collection. It's a very, well, it sounds silly to be bothered about a yellow, but it's quite a natural coloured yellow. They've got a really good colour on that one. And then all sorts of colours, blues, pinks, yellows, all sorts on there. But it is a really nice, quite a busy fabric on that one. And as always with Lewis and Irene, one of their designs comes in 3 colourways. So we've got that lovely sky blue background. This, which I should have checked before we started, and it looks like a very dark navy to me, but it could be black, but it is coming across more as a dark navy, just sort of for your knowledge at home. If you are judging, I would call that much more of a dark blue. So there is that one, and the colours really do pop on that one with that darker coloured background. And then there is also this natural coloured background, almost a light creamy shade. And again, the colours just work so well on that. But as I say, the background on that, it's almost a light cream. It's got just that hint of a yellow in it, making it nice creamy colour. Now, the next 3 fabrics are blenders, and normally blenders, there's something to mention, but I've been very impressed with the naming of these ones. So this not as much as the last one we'll see. This is flower paws, or paw flower, and goes very much, could either be for cat or the dogs, or the dog lovers could this design. And that comes in the purple, a lovely red, which is my favourite in this. Just take a peek at that. This lovely red, and I am a fan of that one. The way they've done the paws, again, just to pick up on a little bit of the detail that they've popped in, you've got the slightly larger little sort of flower head of them, a medium, and then this singular paw. And it is, as always, Lewis and Irene spend a lot of time trying to get that omnidirectional feel to their design, so you can use them in all sorts of different aspects. And again, in particular with this design, the little paw, if we're getting that, this smaller paw is the one that really gives that omnidirectional feel to it, so you can use it anywhere you like on the project. It will work well. And then there is this yellow. Just take a quick peek at that. Lovely yellow, nice and bright and fun as well. Now, for the cat lovers, moving on just slightly, you can tell from that first design, Brian, one of the designers, and Hannah, they are big dog fans, but they can't resist adding something for the cat lovers, and this is what we've got in this super fun design. And as you can see on this one, we've got all sorts of different cats, and there is this background shading, which I'm not 100% sure if it's supposed to be, but I very much see that as some wool that these naughty cats are unravelling and being playful. Nat's laughing at me behind the camera, so I don't know if that's in agreement with me and he's laughing at the cats, or he's laughing at the idea that I'm reading into it too much. But that's what I saw very much when we saw this design. But it is a really, really fun print, a fun range really. It's just a good all-rounder. We do like to get these novelty ranges in from time to time, and this is a cracker. This comes in the 3 colourways as well. So we've got that gorgeous sky blue. There is this lovely green colour as well. And also this gorgeously rich purple that they've been using throughout, which I will just show you in a bit more detail because I think it's a lovely shade. Just look at that. And again, on that one in particular, I think that background shade of the idea of this wool really, really comes through just that little bit more strongly, perhaps, than the other 2 designs that we've looked at, in the other 2 colourways, should I say, that we've looked at in this design. But it's a good one. And these cats, they've all got a little bit of character. Got this little happy little chap. It's a really good fun range, it is. So there's that one. And then moving back towards our dog loving friends, we've got a similar design, but with dogs on. And again, all sorts of different breeds. This fabric, I am 100% sure, would be a favourite of my little daughter Sophie. She loves anything dog related. I managed to hold her off on getting a puppy yet, but I think Grandma and will be cracking soon. But we've got the Dalmatian, we've got a little pug, we've got all sorts on there. And now this has this small little design in the background, just this little shading, maybe a little puddle or something that the dog's been jumping in, being naughty rascals. But I don't know, it just adds to the background design really. And again, that comes in the 3 colourways. So there is this natural shaded background, this sort of lovely rich colour background, almost a dark rusty sort of feel maybe to this shade. There we go. And again, it's worth just pointing out because I think Lewis and Irene do this really, really well with their designs. It's an omnidirectional design. You wouldn't think so, but it's something that the designers spend a lot of time on, moving the designs around just to get these different aspects to it so you can use it in different directions effectively on your projects. It means there is a little waste as well, of course. It just means you can use all of the design that bit more. But I never really thought about it, and chatting to the guys at Lewis and Irene, Hannah in particular, who does a lot of the design work there, it was Hannah that mentioned it to me, and apparently it's sort of one of the things that they do spend this sort of extra time on, just trying to get it right really, and it does come across in prints like these, I think. So there is that one, and on that one you can just pick up that background shading a little bit more. And then finally, a green one, as though they're out in the countryside. There is this shade as well. So again, just a nice general shade, sort of a lovely light corky green almost to that one. Now these last 3, I've saved them till last, purely because in my sad world that is inhabited, well, it's not really sad, but only inhabited with fabrics and haberdashery, this really makes me chuckle. We've got herring and bone, which I was very, very pleased with when I read that. Nat's laughing at me, he's going, "You sad, Charles," I could tell, but I was very, very pleased to read this design name. Herring and bone with this one. So something for dog and cat lovers on this. And I hope, if not on this one, on the next one, we should really be able to see that design. And despite me talking about the omnidirectional nature, this one isn't really. It is very much a structured design. We should be able to pick it up that little bit more clearly on this one. Just look at that, isn't it? It's a cracker. And as I say, maybe a little bit too tickled by the naming, but I was pleased by it. So there's that silver, and also this sort of natural sandy colour almost to this one. There we go. But they'll be super, and they are designed, obviously they're part of the main range, so they're designed to work perfectly with all the collection. And we also have the Bumbleberries blenders, which are designed specifically by Lewis and Irene to work with all of the main collection itself. So there's 5 additional blenders there, should you need them for your project. We also have lined up on the website for you the curated bundles, which Lewis and Irene have put together. They coordinate perfectly between all the 5 designs on there. There are full fat quarterbacks and all sorts of extra information online too. But I hope that's given you just a quick flavour for the range. It is brand new, as I said, so all of the designs are still available. We've got lots of stock. I always go to town with Lewis and Irene. So we've got lots of stock. I hope you forgive me for my little chuckle at this last design. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. You know what to do. You can comment, email, or please don't hesitate to telephone us as well. We will be delighted to help. I hope that's been of use. Thank you very much indeed for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.